What's good, everyone? It's Love here.
And it's your boy Drake.
Welcome to the LUV Podcast.
At one point almost made me lose my focus, but my ace in the hole was my base in the soul. Then I ran back into you.
This is the very first episode.
Very first.
And I'm excited for y'all to tune in. And we have a lot of greatness in store. So, once again, the LUV Podcast is a key. It's
very much so. It's very much a key. Like, if you're not watching this podcast, then you're gonna get left behind. No, but for real, like the information that we're gonna have on this podcast, guys, is like life-changing. From just how to maneuver better in life, how to kind of take certain things as for what they are rather than for what you got in here, what you think it is. And just getting in tune with yourself. Like, that's one of the biggest things that we want to go over in this podcast. And we want to give it through the experiences of others, you know?
Yeah, because everyone has a journey. And
For sure.
you might, on Instagram and social media, you might see the final touches, but you never know what somebody's going through. Like, you have a journey, I have a journey.
Yeah.
And a lot of people that we talk to on a daily basis, they all have a journey. We all trying to navigate through success. We all trying to find success. And we all,
Exactly.
And especially as Black men, like the stuff, the journey that we go through is just something that we have to brush off as we're supposed to do.
Right.
You know.
Exactly.
And sometimes it's hard. You know?
It is.
We have to
It is.
We have to put up this facade, we have to be tough 24/7. Yeah, we gonna be tough, but sometimes like mentally we might be going through the most.
Yeah.
And the fact that we still was able to push through and navigate our ways through whatever we're doing is that's key. That's the key. Like, that's so important because like a lot of people don't know that process.
Yeah.
Like,
For sure.
They know the outcome, and we just want to shed light on that. And I think that's very important.
For sure. And like one of the biggest things, like I actually just seen a tweet on Twitter the other day, and it said Black men see repressing their feelings as a sign of strength. We need to get away from that.
Right.
And I believe that. I feel like we gotta feel. Like, we all gotta feel. And the more that you're in tune with your own feelings, the better it'll be on you later on down the road when you start getting into those successful positions, because you're able to control your own emotions and be more business-like, and putting yourself in the right positions to get further by bettering yourself first. Everything starts right here.
Yeah. And repressing your feelings is like it's kind of like a pendulum. Like, you don't want to repress them to the point where now any little thing might set you off. You have to take a time on. However, learning how to control those emotions and channeling that energy and putting it towards something positive is how you it's how you should go about it. Because you might bottle up your emotions, right? But if you using that emotions to like maybe create or something like that, or make a song or something, you're expressing those feelings and you let them out.
Right.
But you keep holding them in, you don't have an outlet to let it out. You can explode.
Yeah.
So it has to be a good balance.
Yeah, you gotta be very healthy, man. Like, you have to learn how to release your own tension, and everybody has their own ways of expressing their feelings. Like you said, some people do creative things, some people work out, some people like to go talk to other people, some people like to be by themselves, but they know how to process their feelings enough by themselves to where that's their therapy. But everybody has their own piece, and like we said, through this podcast, we're gonna see how everyone goes through those processes to help shed light for you guys that may be going through the same things to help you out.
Right. And that's why I wanted to like have this podcast, because, and especially and have you a part of this, because working with you on all our projects, we was able to sit down and talk about the other aspects of it, not just strictly business.
Right.
We was able to figure out like, all right, bro, you haven't did this, you haven't said what you was gonna do, what happened? Like, are you okay? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's the connection we had since day one.
Being able to hold each other accountable, like that's big. Also, like being held accountable for even slacking off. Like you should be able to be held accountable for like slacking off.
Yeah.
Nobody, like, you can take days off. Like, don't feel bad. Like, that's what I tell people. Even as a creative, please don't feel bad about taking days off, because you need it. Like, this thing is running 24/7. Like, it needs a break. It definitely needs a break.
And like we need time to rest and gather ourselves. That's important. But you also, some days you're gonna have to fight through. Some days you're gonna have to figure out what's working for you, what's not working for you. And you're gonna have to go with what's working for you. And that process could take weeks, months, and sometimes years, or even lifetime. People don't figure out what works for them. Like, what do they really enjoy? What's their passions? What fuels them? Some people just go through life just going, and that's not how you're supposed to be. Like,
and it's a lot of the external forces too that stop them from learning about themselves. Like, you get, like, even for myself, like, I just had a real nice awakening actually for myself, and it was through seeing myself through somebody else's eyes. Like, being able to see how they view me, and me being like, wait, hold up, that's not what I was trying to put out into the universe. Let me like shift and shape up. But if you don't have those mirrors, then you don't know. And then if you're stuck in your daily routine, going to work, I gotta come home and deal with the kids, then I gotta take a shower, I gotta cook, then I gotta go to sleep and do it all over again. You don't have time in between none of those processes to deal with yourself. But you have to make time. And that's what, like, we're starting to understand as a generation, is we have to start making time for our mental health.
Yeah, and that's important. Like growing up as a kid, you know, they teach you like, oh, you just push it off, like get over it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like fight through it. Now, like it could be detrimental. Unfortunately, I knew somebody who passed, like, took their own life. You know what I'm saying? Like in high school, and that's not no. Of course, nobody that's devastating news. But maybe if somebody took time to really think about, like, yo, what's going on, like having somebody to have your back and you can discuss how you're feeling, and having an outlet to let that energy go. Maybe that could have been different, you know what I'm saying? And you never know what somebody's going through on a daily basis. Like, you could, like you were saying, that autonomous system of coming home from work, cook, just having to spend time with kids. If you have kids, or not, you're just watching content and not really taking time for yourself. Like, that can make the days pass by. Now you sitting back wishing, man, I should have did that. And that also can put you in a bad state of mind as well, because you feel like, oh, you see such and such on TV doing this and that, and he's younger than me, or we the same age. I wish I'd have did this. Now you sit back and you have regrets. You have regrets in your life, and you was wishing you would have did something differently, and that can lead to detrimental mental health effects.
It can. And actually, one satirical version of this, like, autonomous system that you was talking about is like Click with Adam Sandler in it. Like, I don't know if you realize throughout the whole movie, like, once he got that controller, that remote, he was literally going through life, like, not even paying attention. And
Yeah.
that's like, if you want to really see what's like just going on in your head as you go through day to day, it's that.
Right.
And if you don't break that, you're going to end up 20, 30 years down the road. Like, yo, I'm still the same person I was when I was 18. Like, I'm still mad at everybody.
Yeah.
And you ain't changed nothing.
Ain't changed nothing.
You have to. You have to take that time out for yourself.
And it starts with like, and it can be anything. Like you can wake up, automatically have in your mind, don't even say I'm doing okay or I'm not having a good day so far. So you starting off, and I did this too. I started saying this, I feel like my sophomore year in college, so maybe 2018, 2019, I was like, I'm having today is a great day. It's a great morning. Every time somebody asks me how my day went, great. I could have went through anything that day. I could have got an F on the paper, but the fact that I'm still here, and I'm still blessed to have an opportunity to be here on earth. I have another day I can create. I have another day I can improve myself. Today is a great day. Can't even stop me but myself. I started off saying that, and I was just slowly but surely my mindset started to change. Right. So it went from saying I'm having a great day to now I'm doing great things. I'm there.
That's how it goes.
Yeah, because now you want to make better decisions to put that action in place.
Keep that mindset. It's a mental shift.
Right.
Like you shift your mental, you kind of start shifting your actions. Also,
it go hand in hand. Because like I could say my day is great. Now I can be like, nah, I'm gonna eat healthier today so I can feel better, so I can actually be better. You know, I'm gonna go to the gym. You know what I'm saying? So now that fuel that I'm getting from the food, I'm able to go harder in the gym. I'm having a clear mind because not a lot of people know that exercise is a way to clear your mind. You know what I'm saying? It is like, it's very important. Like I ain't gonna sit here and say like you should work out every day, but you should, like I was saying, find that energy channel and that energy that's inside of you towards something positive. Like that's how I started having like better days and my mindset started changing. Just off that one thing, it's a domino effect.
it is.
So now I get up, I might say affirmations. Affirmations I've been saying for years. I started doing that just off my sophomore year. You know, for those who don't know, I had cut my hair years ago. So yeah, and that's when it started. I know I had to make a change, start from my head, like start from up here all the way down.
Right.
Mentally, physically, and emotionally, I need to make a change. Like that's very important.
It is, and the sooner you realize that, the better it'll be on you later on down the road.
Mm-hmm.
Now that we done let y'all know exactly what we need y'all to know about this podcast and what we're gonna talk about, we're gonna get a little bit on like ourselves and let y'all know like who we are. Start with myself. I'm ItsYaBoyDrake, aka Michael Drake. Yes, my name is my AKA. When you see me in public, it's ItsYaBoyDrake. but I'm a graphic designer. 26 years old. And for me, like the podcast was a great way for me to like learn about myself. I've been trying to do a lot of spiritual like awakening and learning myself, a lot of self-love, thanks to this man right here, Mr. Love Jones himself. The biggest thing for me right now is like teaching. I want to be able to like teach people everything I know. Like even with being at work, like I be at work just putting people on to anything. Like they might come in there and see somebody buy a video game card. I'm like, hey, will you stream? They like, nah, but I want to. Alright, cool. So you need this, that, and the third. What's your number? I can send you all the links to all the equipment that you need. And like I'm gonna give you that because nobody gave you that yet. So now, even if I just gave you that, what I call a little piece of me, I just gave you everything you need to go off. Right. And that makes me feel better because that same energy that I put into other people, I'm starting to see that energy come back to me. And it's a great feeling, bro. Like love, it's really love. Like love is really like love is the emotion that drives my decisions.
That's part. For those of y'all don't know, I'm Love Jones. I'm 22. We based out of North Carolina. Both from the same area. Fun fact, we didn't know each other until after we moved
out the city.
But,
Rocky Mount, North Carolina, for those of you who don't know, and Rocky Mount, North Carolina, for y'all who need to know.
Surrounding areas in Nashville, in the other surrounding areas, the whole 2-5. But like lifting up vibrations is like the acronym for love. LUV, the LUV Podcast. I want to strive to lift up my vibrations in everything that I do. And just a quick reminder for those who might not know, when you're vibrating higher, you're vibrating on the God frequency. That's why heaven's above, hell is below. For the simpler terms, if you have a low vibration, you're in too much of your ego. You're not yourself. The ego has taken over. You need to find a balance. You know what I'm saying? You need to vibrate a little bit higher. And how you do that is you eat healthy, you take care of yourself. You do a little bit of self-love routines, and that's how you vibrate higher. You're gonna get more to your higher self. You're gonna become more the person that God intended you to be. So, my journey started. The reason why I wanted to start this journey is because I knew I wanted more for myself. Like, a lot of people don't know, like, I've been struggling with mental health, I think, since I was a kid, for real. Now that I was able to self-reflect, it started when I was a kid. Like, the earliest memory I have, I remember telling my 4th grade teacher, and I was probably like 8, or 9, whichever one. I'm like, I think I'm depressed at 9 years old.
We be knowing, man. Yeah, kids be knowing.
I remember telling her, you know what I'm saying? And she like, whoa, I'm gonna go get you some help. And I remember asking her every day. And she was like, I'm gonna get it when I'm gonna talk to somebody when I get a chance. I'm gonna talk to somebody. And like, if I was suicidal, I could have took my life. You know what I'm saying? Right. Not saying it was her prerogative to help me, but you know what I'm saying? Like, man, I take that stuff serious. Like, little kid coming, he a kid, he got the whole world ahead of him. You know what I'm saying? If somebody be like, yo, I'm depressed, especially as a little kid, I'm gonna try to talk to them. I'm gonna try to make sure they're okay. That was the earliest memory I remember being depressed. And now I have the ability, like, not the ability, I was able to self-reflect and figure out the cause of why I was feeling like that. It always was that feeling of not feeling good enough. Okay. You know, being compared to like other people and having other people's expectations put upon you and make you feel like you're not reaching them at all. It take a toll on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody expect you to be X, Y, Z, but they ain't even putting that time in for you to be X, Y, Z. But they just expect you to be like that. And when you're not that, it's kind of like, well, like, what do you do then? Like,
right.
what do you do then? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
I don't know how to get there. That wasn't for me.
Yeah, it wasn't me.
That wasn't for me.
You didn't sit down and ask me what I wanted to do. You didn't sit down and ask me what I like. You wanted to live your life through me, and that took a toll on me. I was trying to figure out who I am, you know, as a kid, and I'm also trying to figure out, like, how can I impress family, or how can I make them happy. I always felt like I never made them happy truly as a kid. So, and And I know somebody probably grew up like that, and I just want to help them out and tell them like, what you're doing is amazing. You keep doing what you're doing, and you know, that's why I wanted to start this journey. Like, to help at least one other person that's going through the same thing. Because you're amazing, and you keep staying on the right path. You're gonna succeed in what you want to do for real. Like, it's just inevitable. So yeah, I don't want nobody ever feeling like
they got up.
Yeah, you know, you never make nobody proud. Like that's a
sad place to be in. Like, I've been in that place like myself, just because I felt like not necessarily privileged, but I wasn't even well off. My mom was just really good at keeping a lot of the things away from me that was going on like in the house. So really, like, I didn't really have to want for anything. So everything was kind of just like, if I did make sure I was doing good, I got what I wanted. But I was a bad kid because I had ADHD and was talking in class and was doing things. So like, I was looking for that same type of validation. Like, I'm still out here doing good things. Like, I want somebody to tell me that I'm out here still doing good, because if not, I'm gonna keep on like acting out.
Right.
And you gotta see those signs, especially like you said, like your kids. Like, you gotta see that, because we went through that. We know how it feels to kind of be just left off to the side a little bit.
Yeah. Man, somebody might not be able to handle that, and they might take their own life or do harm to themselves. Like, and I thank God I wasn't strong enough to like harm myself. Like, I ain't like getting hurt. Like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't want to hurt myself. Like, but you know, like, yeah, I didn't want to do all that. I was just, and I didn't know how to channel that emotion. So I just like, I let those emotions, I bottled those emotions in, and it took a big toll on me. Yeah, my senior year of high school, I remember myself losing a lot of weight, because I went from like being like probably like 220, 225, and from like January of that year, 2017, to like May, I went from 220 to like 175.
Dang.
Yeah, like, because a lot of people don't know, depression don't just affect your mental, it affect your physical. And I want eating, you know what I'm saying? And like, my appetite, I ain't gonna say I wasn't eating, but my appetite wasn't the same, you know? And yeah, like, long story short, but losing that weight, like, nobody could really tell what was wrong, but I felt like I knew something was wrong because I wasn't acting the same. Right. But the outside looking in, they couldn't tell. Yeah. You know, like, I'm coming home from school just not feeling it. You know what I'm saying? Not feeling it. So yeah, and fast forward to now. Now when I have those, I guess, low moments, I kind of know what to deal with it now, because I know I'm not those thoughts that come to my mind. Like, if I'm thinking, if my mind is full of negative thoughts, I can dismiss them, and because I'm not those thoughts,
right,
I can start building myself up. So now, if I don't write affirmations out daily, I could say them every day. Like, I could say positive things too. Now, does it work instantly? No. But over time, if you hear it enough, you'll become it. Mm-hmm. If you hear, I'm great, I'm not whatever I'm going through, I'm gonna rise above. You hear it enough, you say it enough, you will become that. Your thoughts will become that over time. You can clear out those negative thoughts. I wanted to do this podcast. Yeah. Like, I had a lot of ventures I started in college, and each time it was like a roller coaster. Like, I felt every emotion doing every venture I started in college, like from the clothing line to the other business moves I was doing. to even the YouTube channel and even just school in general. It was just a roller coaster of emotions, and some days it was real low, some days it was real high, but I got over it. We were talking to people that was also going through the same stuff, and we just using that good energy as a collective to hold each other accountable.
Right.
And building off that, we was working together, and I thought that was just amazing that I was able to find those type of people in my life. So I'm super grateful for everybody who was able to just have a conversation. Like that conversation alone could do so much, because you know you're not alone, and you also know you're not going through it alone.
Right.
I think that.
And that's it makes it a whole lot easier to process it too. Like when you feel like you got somebody that you can like talk to, or at least confide in, let it know like what you're going through, and then someone who's actually been through the exact same things that you've been through, like can kind of give you a different perspective, because that's all we necessarily need to get out of our own minds is a different perspective from somebody else, just so we know, damn, I might be overreacting, or maybe I'm not taking this as seriously as I should be taking this.
Right. And I know you're the creative mastermind. You know, helped me with so many projects. You even told me like, bro, you know you could do this by yourself. You know, and I would look at you, I'll be like, you're right. I could have did this by myself. You know what I'm saying? So you help build, help bring that out of me too.
Yeah.
Like creative is you done seen some work I did. You told me like, bro, you could have did better, or you could like, you helped me along the way.
Yeah, for sure.
Like if it was any projects, you encouraged me to do it first, and then we would bounce out ideas. So I just want to know like, what's your perspective from the creative standpoint?
To be honest, my creative is a second, like it comes second to like my personality. It puts me in a lot of the doors that I could never, my talent would never get me in. It's like I'm not the best graphic designer out here in the world. It's like I'm not the second best. But what I've learned is that if I use who I am and just be me and talk to people and really genuinely like want to help people, plus my creative skills puts me in the positions that I like should be in. Because that's what I feel like. I feel like if you got skill, like there's always going to be a skill gap between you and the best person. You can always try to be the best person. There's nothing wrong with being the best person. But also if you can find, like what I found is if you can find your lane and what lane that you want to stay in and capitalize on that lane and put yourself in the positions within that space to further like yourself, but also like not bringing out everybody else. If you can figure out how to go forward and bring people with you, like that'll put you in the biggest position of your life, because you're giving so much to other people that it has no choice but to come back to you. But you can't be reckless with that. You can't recklessly give yourself to everybody. Like you have to see the genuineness in them too, like the work ethic in them. Like also, it's like I give bits and pieces to everybody that I see, but I don't give everything to everybody who I see. Like It's like you gotta pick and choose who you do that to, and when you figure out your type of people who you mesh with, it'll be a lot easier for you to like just move and then just like go with the flow.
I definitely want to piggyback off of that point, because when I first started my first business which was the fancy clothing, I didn't know what to do.
Hold on, guys. It was a fancy movement. He said clothing line. This man had a whole movement on campus. Let's just piece that together for everybody, like what was really going on with that. How did you go from being fancy to being Low Jones?
It kind of went hand in hand, honestly. Like, long story short, this is how Fancy started. So, I was in the cab. Shout out to Cam. forgot your last name. I'm gonna shout you out. But shout out to you, Cam. But I was in the cab and I was just drinking some water or something. I have a pinky out. And I'm like, I'm fancy, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm fancy. And I kept doing that every day. So now people is like tagging me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, at Mike Jones. I'm fancy, or like kids in high school, they'll be like, I'm fancy. Like, and they'll send me videos of people sticking their pinkies out. Like, I got countless pictures and videos of people doing that. Like, I saved all those screenshots. Cause I thought that was wild.
Right. To
like,
influence. Like, yeah, like.
Just off of something.
Yeah,
you know?
just off of me, my personality.
So, yeah, a lot of people was coming up to me. They was like, we started a clothing line. Like, what? Alright. Okay, I just brushed it off. But now I'm at 10 people asking in a row.
Yeah.
I'm like, alright, let me capitalize off this, you know? And so I was able to be blessed to have like work with Fresh Empire. My manager at Fresh Empire, shout out to you. He invested into me. He invested into my brand. Like, he saw the vision. He saw like how it was moving. Yeah. So he put the initial investment in. But me not being able to know how to run a business, like I didn't know. Like, I didn't know what to do. Like, I wanted to like get all my bros fancy shirts and we walk somewhere and everybody see my shirts. Right. Then I can sell the rest. Right. But like, cause I just wanted to do it out of love. Like, I just wanted to like have somebody wear my clothing line. I never had that before.
Exactly.
So I made a mistake. So the next time I had to make shirts, I had to do it all by myself. And you know, but I had learned from that. But I still wanted to do it for the love. And like, people would tell me how big I was, and I tend to downplay it. But you know, 'cause I'm a humble person. Like, I don't be wanting to walk around like I was the biggest person on campus, 'cause I wasn't. But just seeing everybody supporting me and just seeing like that love I got, I ain't never experienced nothing like that before. Right. Like, having people really like damn near waiting in line to talk to me after class. Like, they just wanted to hang with me. Like, people would line up outside my dorm room waiting for me to get there. You know what I'm saying? Either for a shirt or they just wanted a conversation with me. And that's crazy. Like, I'm just trying to take a nap. I'm just trying to take a nap. But
I feel that. I feel that.
That was amazing, man.
It was cool being a part of that like movement for you, because I was able to see the love that everybody else gave to you, and it really wasn't even off the strength of the clothing line. It was off the strength of you, like who you were. Like, it was cool to just see people want to like to sew into like what you had going on.
I appreciate
like
that.
Without nobody really cared about like, oh, is this really gonna pop or not? Nah, this Jones rapper. Jones. Like, hey, it's my man, yo. So I like that, man. And that's the type of energy that we're gonna continue to put out into the world. Because that's what happens when you like put love out into the world. People love you back.
Yeah. Like, I genuinely, and I wanna appreciate you for that too. Just seeing people wanting to just work with somebody who ain't never did it before. Like, people asking me like, what did I do? And I was just like, this is what I did, you know? This is who I got my shirts made by at the time. Or this is the person who made the logo at the time. So just being able to answer those questions as best as I could. Like, now I'm seeing it, and having conversations with people, and now seeing their clothing lines and their brand on their movements taking off. Now it just blew my mind. It's all. So they didn't have to make the same mistakes I made. Exactly. They went and took great route, and now they booming. So,
And that's the key. That's the key.
and,
That's why we do what we do.
and the reason why I say it go hand in hand because the motto of fancy was to turn anything you have and make it fancy. Meaning, whatever you have, you can make it fancy. Like you can make
for
it
real. Like your life, you do whatever you want to do. Like your lifestyle, like you can do it. You can make it.
Yeah, just off of your strength. So that's what the motto is. And for love, like having an acronym, I wanted, and it's a play on words too. Like to have a Love Jones for something, or to have a Jones for something, you have a strong affection for something.
Yeah.
And so Love Jones being an acronym for lifting up vibrations, like it's like
Go
hand
hand
in hand.
Exactly. Literally go hand in hand.
To fancy, to love, it's all the same.
Yeah.
It's still got the same.
That foundation, like
yeah.
that was the foundation. Fancy was the foundation way for like love to be able to come and like do what like you were already setting off to do, but didn't really understand what you were like trying to do. And now you're like in it. I know what I want to do, and now this is how I'm gonna implement my strategies to do this.
Right.
Yeah.
I love every single person that helped supported me, and I done talked to people that you know, and it was some ups and downs. Every person that wasn't for me, they was just trying to get a little piece of a clout, I guess. They was just trying to lead chop me. I had people take credit for this. I'm like, bro, I'm not even that big.
Yeah,
like,
I'm not even booming.
I'm
Y'all already like here.
I'm just trying to do it for the love. I'm not trying to do it to because it was another brand on campus. It was a lot of brands on campus, but they was trying to put me against the other brand. And I'm like, I want to work with them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Like if anything, I want to collab more so than like.
I don't want to.
I'm not trying to go against nobody, bro.
Yeah.
Like if anything, we about to go together.
Yeah.
This collab about to go dumb.
Yeah, it's HBCU. So I'm at the HBCU.
Exactly.
Let's all combine.
This is our demographic right here, bro. Like we can all get together and make something happen.
Exactly.
We're all going to college for something.
Mm-hmm.
Like
let's make it happen together. Let's help each other.
Mhm.
Because I don't know everything. You don't know everything, but we can bounce off ideas together.
and collectively make it happen.
Exactly. Because the more of us win, like it's strength in numbers.
Mhm.
No matter if we have different teams, it's strength in numbers.
For sure.
In the end of the day, we fight the same battle. You know, just got different teams, and it's okay. And so I had some hard days where I felt like people was using me. But I had some great days where I was seeing the support that I ain't never had before, just off of ideas, just off of you know, just saying I'm fancy and seeing it become what it was. And I just want to truly thank everybody for their support, like over the years. Like I remember one time I was so overwhelmed with support, like bro, like I probably skipped class one day. No lie, I probably skipped class one day. I was just, man, I had tears in my eyes.
I
Bro.
was happy.
Yeah, man, like
happy. I ain't never felt this happen before, but I gotta feel happy outside of y'all.
I couldn't even go to class. I was just so overwhelmed with the support, like just seeing people just wear it, like tagging me, like, bro, can I please get a shirt? Like, bro, when you drop, let me know I'm first in line, and they actually come get it. Like, and I know it's hard as a college student because I know it was days where I was hungry. It was either $10 for, you know, food that gotta last me at least 2 more days, or you know what I'm saying, or go buy my homeboy shirt. I had somebody buy my shirt over food, and you know what I'm saying, that was crazy. So, like, you know, I probably just gave it to him just cause, you know what I'm saying, and I paid for it back then.
Right. But guys, let's get into our Fast Five. Is that what we're gonna call it? We're gonna call it our Fast. Yeah, we're gonna call it our Fast Five.
The rapid fire questions. So we're gonna ask 5 heartwarming, gut wrenching. So like we're gonna ask 5 tough questions.
Yeah, to get this timer together.
You have a minute to answer. I call it the Fast 5. So
Let's see what we got. What questions we got on the agenda today? So I'm gonna grill you.
Okay, you gonna grill me. Let's get it.
We'll start this timer. Boom. What does your future hold?
Endless abundance, wealth, health, and just great vibes with great people.
Right. Do you have any regrets?
No. Yeah. Only thing I regret is nothing. No, you're right.
Got you. What would you rate your mental health right now on a scale of 1 to 10?
I say an 8.5.
It's not bad. That's not bad. What do you love about yourself the most?
My persistence and how I overcome things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's actually a great skill. That's a great skill. I'm about to ask you the last one. Do you forgive yourself for your regrets?
I have forgave myself for the stuff I went through. Because I feel like I'm not gonna say that's a final step, but you forgiving yourself will just will flood all that love in because you don't have that wall.
I agree.
Alright, now I'm about to grill you.
Alright.
How would you like to be remembered?
I want to be remembered as someone who made everyone laugh every chance they got.
What does your future hold?
My future holds me being as great as I think I can be, and not as great as everybody else see that I can be.
Right. Okay. You can hold on to one memory from your life forever. Which would it be?
Here recently, actually, my pop just got out, and I didn't got out of prison. My bad, guys. Y'all don't understand Black talk. But he just got out, and the way he got out is this man FaceTimed me and was like, "Hey, what's good, bro?" I was like, "All right, bro." But nah, it was really cool just to see him get out unexpectedly, me not knowing that he was gonna like surprise us like that. It was really cool.
What are some ways you boost your self-love?
Well, right now, what I've been doing is working out a lot more. I've also been doing like affirmations. It ain't like I like wake up and then be like, I'm gonna have a good day today. Yeah. But like if I'm at work and I feel like down, I'm like, nah, bro, today's a good day. This is why you feel down. You feel down because this just happened. Mm-hmm. Go ahead and like figure out that emotion so I can like get past it and then continue to have a good day.
That's amazing, man.
Yeah.
And last one, what does self-love mean to you?
Self-love means being able to hold yourself accountable. It's really just holding yourself accountable is self-love. Like holding yourself accountable to your routines, your positive habits, your checking on your own mental health, checking on your family, making sure that you're good, accountability. Like that's what self-love has like revealed itself to me as.
That's amazing. Well, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. And as always, remember, it's all love. And we're out. Grateful that you faithful.